How high is your ceiling right now? Well, look up. Seriously. It's easy to overlook something as simple as ceiling height. Yet, this invisible dimension profoundly shapes how we think, feel, and even behave. In 2007, researchers at the University of Minnesota conducted a very fascinating experiment. They placed people in two distinctly different spaces, one with a 12-foot ceiling and the other much lower at just 8 feet. The results were striking. The participants in the taller room consistently generated more creative and abstract ideas, whereas those in the lower ceiling room excelled at tasks requiring careful attention to detail. So, height, it turns out, just doesn't shape our spaces, but it shapes our minds. But this isn't something very new. It goes back centuries. Architects have always leveraged ceiling heights very strategically. The ancient Romans used the towering dome of the Pantheon at 142 feet high to inspire awe and symbolize the heavens. In contrast, Frank Lloyd Wright designed the falling water with intentionally lower ceilings, creating an intimate connection to the surrounding landscape, comforting occupants in the sense of shelter and security. But ceiling height isn't only meaningful in iconic structures. According to Dak Kopek, the author of Environmental Psychology in Design, subtle adjustments in height profoundly impact our emotional well-being. Higher ceilings encourage openness and creativity, while the lower ones can enhance concentration and feelings of intimacy. Architect Sara Suzanka has experienced this firsthand. Once, when designing an open concept home with impressively high ceilings, she expected her clients to be delighted. Well, instead, they felt uncomfortable. The rooms seemed cold, even isolating. Realizing her oversight, Suzanka lowered the ceilings, defined spaces clearly, and immediately transformed the client's experience. This insight led to her very influential book, The Not So Big House, emphasizing quality, thoughtful design, and appropriate scale over sheer size. Ceiling height just is not structural, it's psychological. Quietly and consistently, it influences our mood, creativity, and even our relationships. Perhaps the spaces we inhabit shape us more profoundly than we realize. So, subscribe and let's dive deeper together.